wide open.
Does Andre look as dominant to you as he has when he's gone on to win Grand Slams?
That's going to be a tough call, because sometimes you've seen him and you say he doesn't look too good early on. He can pull it together. Other times he's really sharp in the beginning and falls off a bit at the end. So I'd say that he doesn't look quite as confident, quite as fit as I saw him perhaps last year at this point. But he played a lot of tough matches. U.S. Open last year, reaching the finals, and then Pete Sampras has played a great match. So he had a fantastic year, came up a little short, but that really affected him negatively. So we'll see what happens today against Paes.
You mentioned his opponent, Leander Paes, and lucky loser finds himself on the center stage in the second round against Andre Agassi. There he is, born and lives in Calcutta. 23 years old. Well,
Paes has to muster up the type of effort that he's shown as we take a look at his 96 stats that he's shown in the Davis Cup, for example. He's had some good results for India, and also the Olympics, where he reached the semifinals and was able to win the bronze medal for India, which is a big moment for them. We notice he's only played here one other time, lost first round, so he's already improved on that effort by actually losing in the qualifying. We've had a number of male players pull out of this event, which allowed Paes to get in, win his first round match against Marcos Andruska, predominantly a slower court player. Still a good effort by Paes, and Paes gave Agassi a good match at the Olympics. 7-6, 6-3, was a couple points from winning the first set. So he's going to have to play, as they say in tennis, out of his head in order to have any sort of real chance against Andre Agassi today. He just doesn't have enough of a game built to really hurt Agassi. He's a fairly small guy, around 5'9", 5'10". He's a crafty little player, but just doesn't have the power, I don't think, to stay with Andre.
Paes will serve to start the match.
15
Well, Paes had an outstanding juniors career, was ranked #1 in the world in juniors, and was the Wimbledon Juniors champion in 1990.
Trying to follow in the footsteps of the Amritraj brothers, who had some success. I remember Vijay Amritraj beating Rod Laver here in New York at Forest Hills in 1973. I think he was only 18 or 19 at the time. A huge moment for tennis there. You remember Ramesh Krishnan was an excellent player, unbelievable feel. Has retired a couple years ago. His father was also an excellent player, Krishnan's father.
Well, Paes is the #1 ranked player from India. Harder, you think, John, these days to sneak up on somebody?
Yeah, I mean, even this guy Paes, who's not even ranked in the top 100, people know about him. He's been around 4 or 5 years. That's a beautiful angle.
Made that look so easy with a flick of the wrist.
Paes doesn't have much choice, I think, but to try to come in and put pressure on Agassi. The problem is a number of things, one of which is the fact that Agassi is the best returner in the game. Paes is not known as a big server, but he's not known as a great ground stroker either. But Bill, that's what he is known for. It's an excellent touch.
Example of great hands at the net.
Good athlete, this young Indian, 23 years old. Good feel at the net, but good hands. And he's going to have to, as I said, play above his ability.
This the first time he's made it out of the first round at any Grand Slam tournament.
Can't get into a swinging match with Andre Agassi. Agassi's got great ground strokes. Tomas Muster is, talk about someone who goes after the ball and puts a lot of effort into it. The fittest guy probably on the tour. He's up a set and a break. Dirk Dyer playing right into his hands, staying in the backcourt and trying to rally with Muster. That's not going to get it done. Good serve volley there from Paes. He's got to get a lot of first serves in. He's got to serve at least 60% first serves minimum, preferably up around 70, 75 if he could. which is really unheard of against a top player, because you have a tendency to go for a little more and press a little bit. There's a good example right there. That was a good serve from Paes, but Agassi made it look bad. Returned right at the feet, scrambling right off the bat. Wasn't even able to get to the service line. Agassi could have done anything with this. Guided it nicely down the line.
Now working very hard here in the first game.
Well, he certainly can't afford to give anything away, so he better work hard in the first game. There it is.
First ace, Paes hold. And although he has won 3 of the Grand Slams, Andre Agassi has had his most success here at the Open, a finalist twice. In addition to the championship 2 years ago, that was an amazing run that he made. Duplicates the Aggie cross-court winner. Agassi cross-court winner.
Well, we talked about his touch. That's a good example on that drop shot. He takes a page from Agassi, pulls it cross-court. Beautiful angle. This is just what he needs to do. Keep mixing it up against Agassi. Just can't make those easy errors, though.
But eventually, isn't Agassi going to be looking for that drop shot?
Well, that's when he's got to just make it look like he's going to hit the drop shot and then slice it deep and perhaps approach. Force Agassi back a step or two, and then he can go back to the drop shot. He doesn't want to get caught up like Haddad did in the first round. Hit drop shots almost every other point. And Paes doesn't look overwhelmed by the moment. Good crowd in here for a daytime session. Agassi brings in the crowds. He picked up out of the corner of his eye.
Paes was saying, yeah, before it even bounced.
You notice there he threw the ball toss a little to the left, which usually indicates that American twist. Means he's going to kick it out wide to the backhand, which Paes thought he was going to do, and then he just decided to slice it up the middle. Completely fooled him. That's good play by Agassi there. Normally you want to throw all your tosses just the same. So you disguise your serve. Every now and then you try to trick your opponent. Make it look like you're going to serve something else like he was going to do there. But then he confused himself this next serve, threw in a double. Big forehand from Paes. What set it up was that depth off the return. That just backhand slice went nice and deep, forced Agassi back. I'm sure Andre didn't expect this.
Deuce. That's wide.
Couldn't have started any better, Paes. Doing just the right thing right now. Mixing his game up beautifully so far.
Early break opportunity now.
It looks like he's showing some good quickness out there. That's a little inexperienced, though. I think you go for that big a forehand, a little overeager there. Ain't Lundqvist looking good so far, first couple rounds. Routine. Sergey with the big surprise. Steek didn't look like he was too into that. Jakub Lasik, the veteran, beating the clay court of Beresategi. Knowles Campana in the 5th set. Stoltenberg, a semi-finalist at Wimbledon, set all up. That's 2 sets to love up. Jared Palmer up a set. American, good win over Marc Rosset first round. I'd like to think for Michael Steek's sake that his shoulder was bothering him and he wasn't able to play at his capacity or ability, because at the French Open on clay he was serving and volleying first and second serves. Comes to the U.S. Open where the court is much faster and staying back on his serve. It just doesn't make any sense, especially against a guy like Bruguera who's going to run down a lot of balls.
Sails long.
Sergey had a good win there, probably one of the better wins of his hardcourt career, but he's going to have his hands full in the 3rd round against you-know-who, Mr. Backboard, Tomas Muster.
Crossed away. Muster in action, and we'll be keeping you updated on the progress of that match. So Andre Agassi survives the break point, and we're level at 1 here in the 1st set.
I'll tell you, look, watching Muster play that 1st set, he looks like he's playing some more intelligent hardcourt tennis. The serve's coming in big. He's getting seemingly more first serves, and he's taking the ball a little early, picking his spots, coming to net sometimes, looking good. See up a set and a break. Dirk Dyer, I don't think he's going to be able to stay with Tomas today. I guess he's not seeing the ball as cleanly as he usually does early in a match. Usually a very fast starter. I think you pointed out in the opening, quite windy out there, and it's tougher to pick the ball up. Oh, moving. Didn't look too tough there. You can hear a lot of that today. So he took that return at an angle. He was moving forward at an angle to cut that ball off. Didn't need a big backswing. Used Paes' serve power he had gotten on the serve, and it made it look easy.
So 15:30 now. Paes is going to go over and we'd make an equipment change.
Normally you're not supposed to change your racket unless the string is broken. His string looks like it's about to break. It's probably his lucky racket. First time he's gotten to the 2nd round of the U.S. Open, he wants to stick with it. Didn't even restring it. But it's time for a new bat, especially at 15:30, 1-all. Wants to try to stay in front in this 1st set. Being the point of the tournament so far. That doesn't feel too good at the end, but at least he won the point. Don't do that too often on hard courts. Ask Boris Becker, but what a point. That's going to go deep. I like that little high five at the end of the point of the player. So it's good camaraderie there.
Both knew that they gave us something spectacular on that point. 40-30.
That's going to get your juices flowing.
loses his serve after perhaps the point of the 1996 U.S. Open thus far. Well, here's another look at that tremendous point a few moments ago.
That's going to bring some more people, maybe fill this stadium up.
And a well-deserved high five. Paes and Agassi. Agassi serving, fourth game for set.
You get your money's worth when you come out and see Andre Agassi. Loves to entertain. Born showman. I mean, let's face it. Come on. Born in Vegas, grew up there.
It's going to sail long. So 30 love. Kind of caught Paes flat-footed for 40 love.
That ball seemingly skidded off the line into Paes' body, but you're right. He didn't look like he reacted at all there. Did come in at 110, so it wasn't exactly a soft first serve. Good pace on it.
So Agassi holds at love. John, is there a part of Andre Agassi's game that's underrated?
Well, we all know about the ground strokes and the return. I think his most underrated part of Andre's game is probably his volley. I think he's quite a good volleyer, actually, and he could utilize that maybe a little bit more effectively. But I think that's one thing that Gilbert's helped, Brad Gilbert, his coach, has helped him with. He's picking his spots when to come in, and he's got some good technique on the volley. And also, I think he's been able to work with Andre in the sense that you don't have to go for the big serve like the Sampras, Ivanisevic, Filippoussis. Just take a little off and place it, because you're never going to be as big a serve as those guys. You see, he's capable of hitting a pretty hard serve. He's a strong guy. Here's Brad.
Author of Winning Ugly.
I've got a call from his wife, Kim, telling him he's got to shave that goatee immediately.
Second ace for 30 love.
Paes looking very relaxed out here on the center court of the U.S. Open. Looking good so far.
Well, you mentioned his semifinal appearance at the Olympics, also semifinalist at Newport.
And he's clearly a fast court player. Newport being on grass. He did win, I believe, the Wimbledon Juniors back in 1991.
Paes has also been a member of the Indian Davis Cup team since 1990.
Good half volley there from Paes. It was 1990, by the way, that he won Wimbledon Junior Champion. His best results in his professional career have been mainly on grass or faster court surfaces. Beautiful angle off the Agassi backhand. When you have that much power on the racket, you don't need to take the big backswing. You can even hit it off the back foot. If you time it as well as this youngster does from Las Vegas, you can get away with a lot of no-nos 20 years ago. And he makes it look easy, so you start thinking you can do it. Not a lot of guys can hit consistently off the back foot. Those are true greats that can get away with that. Just had Paes on a string. Utilizing good depth, just enough power, beautiful angles. Then eventually he takes his forehand, just takes it up the line. But Paes is probably struggling with his breath at this point, trying to suck some wind, get enough oxygen to put some more on that backhand. Didn't have enough. Surprisingness there. I think he got a little undecided the last instance. Should I hit it harder or should I go for the angle? And he sort of got caught in the middle. Ball landed about an inch wide.
Deuce, and Agassi continuing to keep the pressure on.
You can see Agassi, good preparation though. He was ready to hit that pass. It's so important in the sport of tennis to be prepared to hit that ball as early as possible. Gives you more options down the road. Good eye there by Paes. Split second to make that call. You better be sure it's going out if you're going to let it go. Nothing more embarrassing, I don't think. Letting one go and it drops in.
Well, Paes comes through again, so we remain on serve. First set.
Virginia, that's a wide view of the grounds here. The new stadium in the background. Louis Armstrong, though, is where they're playing this year, and that's where Andre Agassi is, and so are Bill McAtee and John McEnroe.
All right, John, we picked a good time to come back because Paes has 2 break points to go up 4-2 on Agassi serve.
Full credit to Paes so far. He's playing a very intelligent match. He had that ball. And a good chance at that point.
I think we've seen 2 different ways to handle the center stage here at the U.S. Open. The young South African Godwin last night against Michael Chang, and the other side of that coin is Paes today, playing very well against Agassi. Looks very comfortable.
Someone tell this young Indian to start trying.
Marvelous.
You don't see that too often, the drop shot and the player following it in behind. I mean, he got a little bit lucky he didn't get his head taken off there. But I'll tell you something, he's got Agassi on his toes right now. Looks like he's in, well, he is taking a page out of Neville Godwin. He's got a lot of smiling going on. Big difference in this match. So he's not a punching bag like Godwin was yesterday, last night against Chang. This guy is putting some pressure on Agassi, mixing things up. He's hitting that drop shot. He's slicing, coming in deep. He's showing some excellent quickness around the net.
Now we'll have a 3rd break opportunity.
Good touch in the volley as well. Andre with his hands full of them.
I mean, Andre's playing well. It's not like Andre's making a lot of mistakes. Bull Terrier. We're going to take that break away.
You know, when Agassi hits those big forehands, he likes to grunt, make that big sound. It's exactly what the Paes did just there.
He gave a little for the winner.
That was a Krickstein play. You know, breathe out, you know, there's that breathing technique when he hit the forehand. But Paes up 4-2 in the first set.
Now has to protect the break. Great get.
I'll tell you, he is moving extremely well at the net. It's Leander Paes. Not only is he moving to the first set, but what he's doing real well is jumping back to the proper position and getting ready for the next ball, which you know in all likelihood is going to be coming your way if you're playing an Agassi. Normally Agassi hits winners on that return. Paes able to run that first ball down. And that's all you can ask for. Make Agassi hit the second shot, hit the winner. Okay, that's too good. Come right back, try it again. Another good play there. Took his time, didn't try to go for too much. Wind playing havoc on the Agassi passing shots right now. Hasn't been able to line them up the way he'd like.
The flag straight out above the stadium court, and as we've mentioned before, it does tend to swirl down on the court. Third ace for 40-15.
You don't always have to hit it 120, 130 like these big guys now. Paes placing it well right in the corner, 102. That's going to get the job done.
Serve 5-2. Leander Paes from India, who lost in the qualifying round but got into the main draw as a lucky loser, one game away from a one-set lead on Andre Agassi.
Dispatch with Magnus Gustafsson, who, known as a clay court player, struggled with some injuries, did get to the 16s of Wimbledon this year, so that's going to be a good win for Butch. Agassi might be a good idea for him to take one of those drop shots and pop him in the stomach. Sort of change the mood of this match. A little too friendly right now, I think, for Andre. Having fun out there. Meanwhile, he's allowed Paes to relax. So that's not going to work there. So he's starting to get a little the trigger finger with that drop shot. Watching Haddad too carefully.
40 love.
And what Agassi would do by going at him would force him to stand maybe even an inch, couple steps farther back. Every little bit counts for the angle off the pass.
Love game from Agassi. Brad Gilbert. So now Paes will have the chance to serve for this first set. About 10 minutes ago.
This is what separates the men from the boys now. It's one thing to get to 5-2. That's a great effort, but you got to close this thing out. Looks a little bit more hesitant and careless at the moment. Paes hasn't faced a break point yet, serving for this first set. Let's see if he can sneak this first set out. That'll help him relax.
He's got Andre kind of shaking his head.
Well, Andre let that ball drop too low, and his options were so limited at that point. It's a big serve from Paes, 114.
Right down the tee.
It's one of the problems with the Western grip. If it's down real low, and you're forced to hit it the way Andre did that previous point, it's tougher to pull off. Usually a lot easier to hit it up high. It's too bad for Andre Agassi, and the guy overruled it and called it in. So he got burned both ways. If he hadn't called it, would have been a winner. And it was called out. Then he hit the winner, and the guy gives him 2 serves.
Javier Moreno, man in the chair.
By the way, Paes lost to Ramon Delgado. You know him in the qualifying. There it looked like he was thinking about going from the Paes was too smart. Moved back quickly.
And turned around.
I remember Delgado. He's a youngster from Paraguay, has some good promise. Unfortunately, he lost first round to Frédéric Vitou, the Frenchman. Not to be confused with Henri Lecomte. Just had to throw that name in once this tournament since he's retired. That's the problem when you play Andre Agassi. You run a lot more than he does. You could just see towards the end of that point, Paes starting to slow down. Agassi jerking him around on his string. Easy passing shot for him there to get a break point 5-4.
And the first of the match for Agassi.
Looking a little winded, Paes, at the end of that point.
Saves it.
Good serve out wide. Agassi just clips the top of the tape.
McAtee and John McEnroe at the U.S. Open on USA. Andre Agassi in danger of dropping this first set to Leander Paes of India.
He's going to be disappointed with that four. And he's hit a couple big ones this first set, but that was the loose variety. Well wide and long.
I'll bring up break point number 2. How big would it be for Paes to get up a set on Agassi?
It would be huge for him. See how tense he's gotten just this last 5 minutes, trying to put this set away. Once again, same serve, same result. Agassi trying to pull it cross court and catching it a little late. You know he'll make the adjustment next time. Either step in a little bit closer or try to go up the line with it. He's pressing too, Bill. doubled up too fast in that forehand. Respecting Paes' excellent volleying so far in this first set. He's trying to keep that passing shot low, and he ended up hitting in the middle of the net.
The first double fault.
You absolutely hate as a player to get to a point, finally set point, and then throw in a double. Make that guy come up with something. Deuce number 3. That's a well-placed serve right there with some good zip. Known as a big server, but I'll tell you, he's doing some good serving today.
Impressive so far. He's going to go back and make another racket change.
Surprise. After hitting an ace, switch rackets.
You don't see that very often, do you?
Showing some confidence. Maybe saving that for match point. There's one set.
Leander Paes has played tough against Andre Agassi. 42 minutes.
Well, we haven't seen a lot of highly competitive matches so far, so this is a breath of fresh air. Not for Agassi. Agassi needs to stamp his game and authority more on Paes. He's letting Paes do what he wants to do. I'd like to see him be a little bit more aggressive, maybe approach the net a little bit more, offset the attacking that Paes has done in the first set, but give credit to this young Indian. He's played absolutely excellent tennis so far and enjoyed himself in the process, which
he's had a ready smile throughout the match.
Taking a page from Agassi's forehand pass. It's all working so far for Leander Paes. Showing some excellent quickness. Look how far behind the baseline he was. Agassi nowhere near that pass. Needs to pick the spots, be more aggressive, and also make Paes. I mean, I don't think he can keep this up the whole match. If he does, could be the shocker of the year right here. I love 30, first game of the second set. He's getting a little bit overconfident now. Don't go for that much. Andre's going to complain about that call.
I think that grunt is completely uncalled for. Huh? He does it on a lot of big forehands, and all of a sudden it startles me, and it's out of nowhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, please play
I think there was a misinterpretation.
I said this grunt, do you understand?
Tell him in Spanish.
All of a sudden he grunts the ball, and it's ridiculous.
I think that's a case of the pot calling the kettle black, in all honesty. I mean, Andre's known to grunt on the tennis court. And on the forehand when he wants to add a little mustard to the hot dog that he's just played. It's a way to back things up, hit a big serve.
Well, what started as a pretty friendly match took a definite turn.
Shaky on that shot. Not sure if the umpire was telling him not to grunt or he's just telling him what Agassi said. Looked like sign language. He's continuing to show some excellent volley in this match and quickness, picking up on the Agassi pass where he's going to hit it. Looking awful confident at the moment. Game of inches. A couple Agassi shots dropping just on the line. And then Paes missing that backhand when it clipped the top of the tape.
I'll tell you, John, there are a lot of first-timers playing in this year's U.S. Open, and almost one by one we've seen them wilt under the spotlight, but not Paes.
Not so far.
Not so far.
He's making it look easy out here. Got that forehand clicking. I didn't know he had that shot in his arsenal. Big forehand. We had some good volleying ability. He was quick, athletic, but getting forehands like that for 3-4 sets, Agassi's going to have his hands full. That's an easy put away. made it rather difficult. Agassi had turned his head, so he didn't have to do a lot more than getting that in. So I wonder, Bill, if Agassi's starting to think about that French Open and Wimbledon a little bit. Start losing a little confidence. Second round lost to Woodruff, and the first round lost to Doug Flack. The mood has changed on center court.
Sportsmanship has been replaced by war.
There's where that's the shot. He had a couple opportunities there, Paes, I'll tell you, to win this game. That's the one where he better watch out. Couldn't be playing any better, though. I mean, the previous point he had chipped and come in right inside the baseline. That one he chipped it short, mixing things up beautifully today. What Agassi needs to do is mix up the pace of his serving now. You know, hit an occasional one hard. Occasionally hit that heavy topspin first serve, and when he's just getting in. But as you can see, Paes is just going to come in right off it. And then he hit that one just in between, which was a good move because Paes wasn't sure what to do there. Feeling the pressure. Took his eye off that ball, waiting to see, looking to see where Paes was, and next thing you know, he hits it wide. Another breakpoint chance for Paes.
The third.
1 out of 6 already. So this is a lot of chances so far. Set up for it after the leg cord. The ball would have been quite a bit tougher to pass off of if it hadn't hit that tape. And surprisingly, Agassi with only 1 breakpoint chance in this match.
Advantage Agassi.
set up perfectly for him.
What can you say? It's just as a gimme for Andre. Make that shot probably 98 times, 99 times out of 100. There was the one. He's clearly unsettled right now. Hasn't been able to find his rhythm or what he should do exactly against Paes yet. He knows one thing. He needs to get off to a good start here in the second set. No backswing whatsoever. Chip forehand. Blew right by Agassi. In the dictionary of chip in charge on the forehand side, right there.
Fourth break point.
So Agassi may put a little bit more on that, sir. That was only 91 miles per hour.
Paes already up. 6-3. Starts the second with a break. Stadium court filling up here on a breezy afternoon, and there's the shocker so far.
Well, I got to be honest, I'll be shocked if Mooster goes out, given the problems he's had in past history on hard courts, and starts running and sprinting in best of 5-set Grand Slam tournament. Ronnie Lightgeb, his coach, who I sat with the first set, he says he's doing about an hour and a half extra of just massage and stretching. Too short. They brought their own physio from Austria so that he could get treatment constantly, because his body has a tendency to stiffen up a lot more. So we look at the Agassi lob. Well handled by Leander Paes, playing the match of his life so far. Can he keep it up another hour, hour and a half at this level? Or will Agassi pick up his game? Because Agassi has not played at the top of his game.
Just wide. What about the quickness of Paes, Johnny? It reminds me a little bit the way he gets around of Michael Chang.
It really surprised me. I didn't realize he was so quick, particularly around the net. He's got some excellent ability with his hands at net. He's got some good touch. We've seen that. And he gets himself back in position very quickly, and that's a lesson to be learned for all the fans out there. Perfectly placed backhand pass.
And that's what it's taken from Andre.
Well, he's certainly capable of picking up his game, and I think you're going to see that. See Paes with a reasonably good first serve. Not a lot on it, just in the pocket where Agassi likes it. That's a pretty easy return there for Andre Agassi.
15-30.
That ball served us a little bit more into the body. Got the desired result. Well left by Paes. He was going to let it go, and then he thought about it then for another split second, said, yeah, that's going to go long. It bounced 4 to 5 inches long. Good eye there. And he is playing well.
Sixth ace.
I didn't think he could crank the serve quite this big either.
That was 114.
Things start turning around soon, because that was an easy volley for 2-love lead. Instead, he's let Agassi off the hook back to deuce. Took a little bit too much of a swing. He didn't need to swing at that volley. Some good soccer ability there. Using his head, and he's certainly using his head in this match.
Yeah, I'm just shocked by how comfortable Paes looks out there. That a good example. And there is that 2-love lead.
That experience at the Olympics must have helped him quite a bit. A pro Agassi contingent down in Atlanta.
And now let's send it down to Michael Barkan.
All right, Bill, in the section here, represented all by Leander Paes' family and friends, and with Atul Premnarayan, who is a broadcaster from India, who covers tennis for India, and also a family friend of Leander Paes. And this is a surprise to many, but perhaps not to you.
Well, it's a great day for the country as far as Leander goes. He's always been a great national pride for India. The Davis Cup has been absolutely an emotional, explosive affair. He's given us great moments for the country. And he's playing unpredictable tennis, the kind of tennis John McEnroe always played. The great John McEnroe of America, a superstar tennis player.
Let's keep John out of this for now. What we want to know, though, what we've been talking about up in the booth, is the strategy. What was the strategy that Leander decided to use coming in here, which is right now puzzling Andre?
Well, he's playing everything totally different what Andre has been playing on the circuit for other players. He comes in so early. He takes the short ball, gets in, chips in, slices, and has a very deep volley. And he has very fine backhand. You see his service, and you can't make out where he's serving most of the time. And he takes Andre very close to the net particularly. Look at that drop volley he just puts across. Andre is in trouble most of the time.
How much did playing him in the Olympics help Leander?
Tremendous, getting the bronze medal for India, which is almost just the second individual medal in the history of India.
But I mean also playing against Andre.
That's it, playing Andre in a big match, in a bronze medal event where he won that bronze medal, gave him a lot of confidence. He had that set point twice against Andre in the first set. After that, he believed that playing a player like Andre Agassi, he has that chance to beat a top player on his given day. And that's what he's doing right now at the Flushing Meadow on the grandstand and the stadium court right now.
With India tennis broadcaster Atul Premnarayan. Thank you very much. Johnny Mack and Billy Mack, back to you.
All right, Michael, thank you very much. That belief can be a powerful weapon, can't it, John?
Well, he blesses me every day on my way up to work. The journal. He's trying to write a book on tennis. He's around the tennis circuit for many years, loves the sport. He knows what he's talking about, doesn't he?
And he's looking toward his box.
And now, guess what? Chance for Paes to go up 2 breaks in the second set. You don't see this from Indian players very often, this type of emotion. Love to see that.
There's a little fire in there.
Like Ramesh Krishna, he didn't get too riled up.
Now for Paes. Well, regardless of what happens, this is a day that Leander Paes from India probably will never forget. Thus far, a remarkable performance against Andre Agassi.
Incredible. Paes eluded the net almost 50 times. That's exactly what I would recommend. He couldn't have played any better. Can't play any better, period, than he's doing right now. 6-3, 3-love, 2 breaks. Loose ball, the first point of that game. And so far, a magician out there. Question is, can he keep it up? I think Agassi thought that volley was going to go long and didn't really get ready for that pass, and guess what? Volley dropped in. Much here. He looked like he was moving. It didn't look like he actually even went for the ball. Ball caught the back of the line. 15 all. Perfectly placed serve. Todd Martin is 6'6", does that incredibly well, but when you're 5'9", a lot tougher to do.
7th ace. It's almost like the roles have reversed. Paes looks like
a world beater right now. It's incredible how good he looks right now.
Brad's got the rally cap on. Talking to anybody who'll listen, I think, over there, trying to figure out what to do.
Fidgeting wildly. That was close to being long, but he caught the back of the line.
40-30. Well, that second break is always so important because it gives you that comfort zone.
You almost figure you're going to choke one away when you try to serve out the set or towards the end of the set. So very important game for Paes here. Obviously important for Andre. Get on the board. But look at that serve.
Wow.
It's just phenomenal so far. Once again.
Just frozen.
Just starting to look like a mummy.
It's not a misprint. For love.
Fix that graphic, will you?
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's just beautiful. I mean, can't say enough about the way he's played so far. Even that return right there. Hit an inside-out backhand short to Agassi. Agassi sat that one up. It was a reasonably good forehand, and then he crushes it up the line for a winner. Everything's going in. Exactly what we thought would happen in reverse. Once again, Paes. He's even catching the outside of the lines now. He's forcing Agassi to go for more, get a better angle. He's going to need to do better than he's doing.
I think you're on solid ground.
Well, he can't count on the guy coming down. I mean, there's a very good chance he's going to come down, but I wouldn't want to bet on it. So he's going to have to pick things up.
15-14.
Third double fault. We're at the National Tennis Center on USA, and Andre Agassi is in real trouble against Leander Paes. As you look down from above, Agassi lost the first set 6-3 and is down love 4 and facing double break point here in the second.
So
another break remaining, and Paes just looking very much in command for a guy who has not been on the stage very often, maybe once before, I guess, in the Olympics where he was a bronze medalist. And that's what you expect from Agassi. And we haven't seen that much of it today. Up and above and slightly to the left of New York's LaGuardia Airport, the Fujifilm blimp with captains John McHugh and Jim Gross doing a superb job of keeping the giant craft on course between the steady stream of departing and arriving jets.
advantage, Paes.
Once again, break opportunity for Paes.
Just an unforced error from Agassi. He looked unprepared to hit that backhand. Missed it well wide.
Versus.
That's the right idea by Paes. Keep the pressure on. Keep doing what you're doing. Fortunately, that approach a little short. I guess he had plenty of time there and a good angle to pull that cross court for a winner.
For service.
Easy point there for Agassi.
Advantage Agassi.
Good to see him be a little more aggressive, come in the net, offset the Paes attacking that he's done so brilliantly so far. Just change things up a little. Two incredible shots in a row. Just that angle drop shot.
Yes.
Following up with a topspin lob. Look at that off the return. Agassi puts it in what he thinks is nice and deep. He has to watch that one drop just inside the line.
Advantage Agassi.
Well, but Andre is having to work.
Look like Andre has things well under control. Pulls Paes cross court. Look at that. Called being in the zone, Bill.
Control that point from the start.
He's chipped the back in and coming. He's running around the back and hit big forehands. He's drop shot it off the serve. He's done it all.
Andre saves a fourth break point.
If that had gone in, we could have stopped the telecast now, I think. He's gone home. That net cord line's been a little bit lucky up there. Almost got his head taken off. Paes late on that pass. Things up. That was Andre Agassi. He served didn't have a lot on it. Rare serve and volley venture. He probably will think twice about doing that again. Paes calmly chips it up the line. Back deuce number 6. Beautiful depth once again. I'll tell you, tennis fans watching can learn a lot from this guy today. Technique is beautiful. Virtually no backswing on that chip and charge. Just inside the baseline, and he knows he needs to stick his racket out because Agassi won't be able to recover. Well, that was a makeable shot there, though. That one he should have had.
Andre saves a 5th break point.
Advantage Agassi.
Wow, did he have to work? Well, Andre Agassi has struggled a bit in the Grand Slams. Doug Flack was a qualifier at Wimbledon. Chris Woodruff was the 2nd round at Roland Garros, John.
Well, this guy's a lucky loser. He didn't even qualify. Some of those draws pretty tough, as you can tell. Thomas Enquist, Thomas Muster, 2nd round of the French. Aaron Krickstein had some great results at the Open.
You said was that Paes had to serve well, and he's done that.
He served incredibly well. He's serving up to about 68% first serves in this match so far. And that's exactly where he wanted to be. He said about if he could get to 70, 75, which was, I thought, unheard of, if he could pull that off. But he is very close to that. And he's getting some pretty good pop on the serve as well. He's not just slicing them in. To the body. And that's always been a tough shot. I know it was for me. High backhand volley. He handled it well.
Only the 2nd double fault.
If he loses serve here, Bill, things are going to start getting awfully interesting in the 2nd set. The crowd's going to get a lot more into this.
I was going to say just a little bit of a crack now at 15:30.
About 5 break points the last game, and I think the 5th one he had that pretty easy backhand volley to the open court. Thinking about that backhand just a little bit right now. Looks like he's pressing just a touch right now. With 2 chances to get to 4-2.
One of those breaks back.
Start turning this thing around. We had a tricky overhead here. Chose to take it in the air, not let it bounce. Agassi with the shot, but he didn't expect this to come back that way. That backhand volley well put away there. One more break point.
Forehand blast.
Well, probably the worst game Paes has served. Missed a lot of first serves that game. And he had to come in on that second. There wasn't a lot on that. Agassi crushed that forehand for a winner. Move forward, step well inside the baseline. And take it before Paes was even prepared to hit a volley. 2-4 now. Slowly, the tide's starting to turn here. Agassi's starting to find the range. Paes looks like he's slowing down just a touch. He's going to start tightening up, too, on that serve like he did the last game. And the balls that were going out are starting to drop in.
Absolutely. The ones that were going in,
right,
starting to go out.
Went for a little bit too much there, and it dropped just wide. 40 love. And he's going to be a whole lot tighter the next game, serving at 4-3.
40-15.
Fourth double fault, and if you're going to have one, 40 love is the time. Agassi regrouping. Back at the open, Leander Paes serving to try to protect that break. It's now 30 all.
This game's been a roller coaster for him. Missed a pretty easy volley the first point. Got a let cord, second one, got a break there. And a 30-15 hit what he thought was an ace. They called a let. And he's struggling now. Look at that. Totally different player now, Bill, than he was 10 minutes ago. Got hesitant on that volley. Suddenly Agassi the chance to even the second set at 4. All that hard work starting to go down the drain. Agassi wanted that return right there. Paes keeps punching at his heart. He's telling himself to dig deeper and deeper. We're going to find out what this youngster from India has. Agassi's intensity picking up. Put a little bit extra on those passes. A little bit earlier preparation like you saw there. Good preparation. Good movement all over that.
Break point number 2. This match started with smiles on both sides of the net, and those smiles are gone.
What is this guy thinking now? Paes, 4 love, 5 break points, now at 4-all. Agassi has the momentum now. He rubbed it in a little bit. Paes missed that forehand volley, pumped himself up, irritated Paes further. Suddenly what was working routinely becoming bad misses. Volleying off the return. Just a lot more careless than a few minutes ago. And all you can say is that's pretty much all nerves.
Sorry? Yeah, but that's a slow ball. You should have had that. You should have your hands on that.
No, you're not going to be able to tell from that angle. Closer than it looked the first time. Well, it definitely looked long.
There's no doubt in Paes' mind.
That ball looked a little bit long, perhaps. That call. It's called in. It's 15-30. The seesaw continues. Talk about winning a set the hard way. Imagine getting up 4-love, then losing 4, and then being able to pull back. Break Agassi here at 4-all. That would be something. He's not letting that movement of Paes at the net now throw him off. He's keeping his focus on the ball, not going for too much. Paes makes some good stabs here to stay in the point, but Agassi's doing the right thing now, not trying to crush that pass. Put it in a place where Paes can't put the ball away in it unless he hits an absolutely unbelievable shot.
30-all. Out wide, too good. Only the second ace for Agassi. Paes goes from up 2 breaks here in the second set to serving to stay in the set. Day 4 of the U.S. Open on USA. Andre Agassi in a good one against Leander Paes of India. Paes winning the first set 6-3, up a couple of breaks in the second, but now finds himself in the position of serving to stay in this second set. Bill McAtee, John McEnroe, good to have you with us today. Leander Paes, the Olympic bronze medalist from India. A lucky loser, didn't win in the qualifying. But got in because of one of the many injuries that have plagued the Open thus far.
Agassi being more aggressive, taking the play to Paes. Looks like a different match, totally. Agassi with a solid record, not as solid as Chang's. Was against guys outside. Paes ranked at 149 at the moment. There's Agassi going at Paes, trying to do more of that. And getting back on the court in a hurry. And making up his own angle there on the backhand side.
I want to let you know that we will be taking this match to its conclusion. Extended coverage of the U.S. Open on USA.
Now Agassi just 2 points from leveling this match, Bill, in 1 set all. This way he would have liked it. 15-30 second serve. Saw him crush it a couple games ago when he broke serve for the first time. Wasn't able to duplicate that feat there. Still 30 all. Paes desperately trying to regroup right now. Serve went into the body, but Agassi's had nothing of it. Stepped to the side awful quick, not a big swing. Just guided that ball across court.
So set point for Agassi.
I must say, a well-deserved ovation from the fans and his contingent in the corner, including Coach Brad Gilbert. He had turned this thing around in a hurry. Paes on his heels right now, not knowing what just hit him. 1 set all, new ball game. He's playing like one of the top players in the world now. Paes trying to keep going like he was early in the match. Second time he's dove full out. Successful this time. Agassi in the flow. Took almost 2 sets, but he's there now. Andre starts reacting like he does, and it's just coming out naturally. He is awful tough to beat. Now he's getting to the ball. And the Paes drop shot not dropping quite as short. Seems to be giving away what he's going to do a little bit sooner, and that's all it takes. Agassi not letting that ball drop as low as he had before. 40 love to go up 1 love, 3rd set.
Well, the tide has indeed turned.
First game,
Despite the rally cap, Agassi holds to start the third set. Paes knows he's had his opportunities.
That's putting it mildly. 6-3, 4 love, 5 break points, including what I remember to be a pretty easy backhand volley, among others. He's dropped 7 straight games since being up 4 love. So Paes continuing good first serve percentage. Both players hovering around 65%. He's done a good job all around. He's had a number of chances on the Agassi serve. 14 break points.
That's remarkable. Through 2 sets.
But what has happened the last 7 games? What's happened is that Agassi's games picked up. Paes has come down. It just shows you how little it takes to turn things around totally. Now it's hard to envision Agassi losing this career.
50 love.
Meteoric rise up the rankings for Alex O'Brien.
Regardless of what the outcome of this match is, I think a lot of people will remember Leander Paes after today.
I've been very interested to see what would happen if he had gotten up 2 sets to love. Alex O'Brien, by the way, is now ranked 65 in the world. Which is his career high. An easy game for Paes, but he's going to have to work a little bit harder here. A little too cute on that drop volley. Didn't need to cut that quite so fine. Ball starting to float on him. Just the confidence has dropped, and things that appeared easy a set ago are suddenly becoming a lot more difficult. You lose some of your intensity, you lose your concentration, your confidence. Suddenly your feet don't move as quickly. He has had to move an awful lot, more than Agassi has. I wonder if he's starting to slow down just a touch. The serve looked in, but it's called long by the Cyclops. Haven't seen him go to the linesman yet, so they've been content with how the Cyclops has done so far. Now pressing now to win games. Here's a guy who's cruising now, figuring out ways to win games. Try to slow himself down, do the right thing, regroup here. Serve was really working for him the first set and a half. That's gone off too. First serve percentage dropping.
Now continues to be effective.
A little tight in the legs, perhaps. Get those legs going again. Good play going behind your opponent on any surface. But Agassi flat-footed there. Big game for Paes here to get back in the swing of things.
And that's why I've won 3 Grand Slams. That's the first smile we've seen in a while from Andre.
Beautiful defensive lob just inside the baseline. Paes hit a good overhead. Agassi ripped that backhand up the line for a winner. Good point there from Paes. Serve volley.
a set and a half, it was Andre struggling on his serve, and even when he held it, he had to work very hard. Now it's Paes in that position.
So many breakpoint chances Paes has had. Now they're calling foot faults on him. Wheels starting to come off here. Good second serve. Agassi wants to take a look at that ball, see if it had popped. If it had, play a lead, but it's not going to get that opportunity. Maybe just want to take another practice. Percentage dropping as we speak.
John, so often these situations come down to heart. You know, and for a guy like Leander Paes, that's sort of uncharted territory in this situation. Agassi has had to walk through that door many times in his career.
His heart's been questioned, and Slam titles to his credit, so it can't be questioned too much. So there's been times in his career where it's appeared that he's given less than 100%. That's all you can ask for from a player. Paes, on the other hand,
finds out a lot about himself in this situation, doesn't he? Even if he loses, if he plays well.
Exactly. Howie's reaction dropping that second set, for example, if he can keep this thing competitive. Conditioning also a factor, especially in best-of-5 slams. You start cramping or get tired, I don't care how much heart you've got, it's not going to do a whole lot of good if you're playing someone as talented as an Agassi. Abilities got to have come into play too.
And if you play tough in this situation against an Andre Agassi, that sends a message to the rest of the players that you may face in the future.
Well, they'll seem a whole lot easier opponents when you're playing them too. No one on the circuit returns like Agassi. Rips those ground chugs. Very few people at that level.
Clean winner. Agassi holds it love for 2-1, third set.
Agassi leads 2-1, third set.
Back inside the stadium, Leander Paes serving to try to level this third set at 2.
Totally different match now. Agassi's taking control of play, dictating play from the backcourt. Paes starting to slow down, mentally and physically. Now you better be careful. Love 30. Good opportunity in that section for Javier Sanchez. Jason Stoltenberg benefiting from that courier withdrawal. Agassi telling Brad Gilbert what he should have done with that forehand instead of the topspin lob, perhaps ripped it. You didn't expect Paes to do that.
30-all. If you're just joining us, you're watching extended coverage of the U.S. Open on USA. Andre Agassi and Leander Paes from India.
With that return.
13-14.
Paes hit what he thought was a good second serve right on the line, try to go into the body. Agassi so quick to move to the side. Sees the ball so early. It looks like his racket's in front of his body. Break point here for Andre Agassi.
Well, there it is. Water is coming out of the dam now.
Agassi leads 3-1.
Let's hope the sun's starting to set for New York's sake. Got a little smoggy in there.
World Trade Center, Twin Towers here in Manhattan. It's about depending on traffic,
22 minutes, isn't it?
22 that's by train.
Oh, that's by train. Drop shot starting to go in the net. 22 minutes by train, an hour and 45 minutes by car.
It can be. Well, if you're Leander Paes, John, what do you do now? You've seen the mountaintop, you've been in the valleys. How do you regroup?
It's too little, too late, but allowing Agassi to come back into this match, particularly in the second set, it's just taking the steam, the starch right out of him. It's difficult, as I said a few games ago, to imagine Agassi being able to lose this now because Paes is moving and running a lot more. See, even when he was winning, he was forced to put out a lot of effort, chipping and charging. Extremely quick movement at net, and that's taken its toll. And then mentally, to not get down on yourself, that's the first thing that he's got to do, is don't get down on yourself mentally, which is easier said than done. He looks dispirited at the moment. The obvious thing would be go back to exactly what he did the first set and a half. The problem is he's trying to do that, but the shots aren't going in anymore.
Fifth double fault for Andre. Takes us to 40-15. There it is. Easy service game for Agassi for 4-1 here in the third.
Of course, the second best watching USA Network.
Now, that being here in person will become a little bit easier next year with the larger stadium, which will open. You see that when you get the shot down with the blimp.
You see Paes just not moving as well to that ball. That ball dropping just inside the baseline.
There's that new stadium.
Big stadium.
23,000.
Imagine 23,000 people in U.S. Open final. That'll be something else. I guess they're playing here is to remove the upper tier of the seats and drop this to about a 10,000 seat stadium. No more Reds, no more nosebleed seats.
Not here, anyway.
We go over to the stadium. I see him hold that just a little bit extra. Paes got flat-footed and then he just pulled it across court for an easy winner. Easy for a lot of people. It's certainly easy for Andre Agassi. 30-all. Paes better watch out. He doesn't get down 2 breaks in the set. Easy put away here.
Agassi just calmly walks away, and Paes, you can tell, huffing and puffing just a little bit.
Once again, he pulls it cross court. He's making Paes stretch. Smart move. Make him work for each and every point.
Paes was getting to a lot of those early on in the match.
Put a lot of effort in that first set and a half. And then he got deflated mentally, and then he got tired physically. Things looking bleak at the moment for Leander Paes.
danger of going down 5-1 here in the third set.
Starting to get called for those foot faults. Second one of the match for Paes. Second serve for Agassi at 4-1. These things aren't working anymore. Drop shots fizzling.
So now Agassi with the chance to serve for a 2-1 lead. Agassi on a run. Won 24-28 last service points.
Since he was down a set in 4-love and saved those break points. Totally turned things around. Killing him with that forehand cross court right now. Watch him flick that wrist. It's a good early preparation. Gave him time to hold that ball a little bit longer. Paes looks like a lucky loser right now.
3 set points.
Looked like a top 10 player the first set and a half.
Kind of casual.
That's putting it mildly. That was a new level of casual.
There it is. 6-1. Third set. Agassi leads 2-1. Well, if you weren't with us at the beginning of this match, here's the kind of play that enabled Leander Paes to win that first set and get up 2 breaks in the second. John, this is remarkable.
This is the point of the tournament so far. Early in the match, Paes with the bar specter like leap there, and the crowd loving it. That was early enough in the match where things are still lighthearted.
Now, if you're Paes and you get a videotape of this match, you might want to just get a 60-minute video.
Yeah, I know when to turn it off.
But he has played well.
He just completely lost his concentration. When you don't play with a lot of margin error like Paes does, if things start coming, the wheels start coming off, you start looking like a totally different player. He can't get anything going all of a sudden. And Agassi's going to do what Chang did last night to Godwin, just play good, smart tennis and let him basically beat himself while keeping just enough pressure on. And he's completely confident right now.
15-14.
For a little bit too much on that return there, but still got 2 more break points. First game of this 4th set. Doesn't want Paes to let this sneak this game out, though.
First service.
So Agassi starts the 4th set with a break. Up 2-1. Well, after falling behind early, Andre Agassi has come back and is now up 2-1 and a break as we start the fourth. And don't forget tonight on USA, beginning at 7:30 Eastern Time, Aracha Sanchez Vicario, the #3 woman seed, against Nicole Arndt. Alex O'Brien against Mal Washington, the Wimbledon finalist and #11 seed. That's tonight here on USA. Now there's a little flurry of what we saw earlier.
Well, the chip charge and Agassi quickly going to that cross-court forehand. This time, Paes able to reach it. Drop volley, win the first point. And that's what he's got to go back and do. That's one thing. He's got to keep the pressure on. Just chip charge, try to keep that ball deep. Thought that ball was going long. Ball dropped just inside the baseline. Agassi's got the feel working now.
If you're Paes tonight, what do you remember? That I should have had him, or that I played really well?
Backhand volley, well, both, you know. But that backhand volley, a couple other errors, that 4-love. I thought that ball was going long. It's going to be an easy put away for Andre here. He's also got to learn, hopefully learn from this match, that you can't afford to let up even for a couple seconds against a top player, because they turn things around awful quick. This is a textbook example of it. That drop shot is just is turning into a Mauricio Haddad-like looking shot. Both of them have nice feel, but it's just so obvious they're starting to do it now.
Players tend to go to that more when they get tired.
Yeah, trying to get the points over with more quickly. It's 2-love.
Another easy service game for Agassi. Feeling that Paes has dealt all the cards he has. A little flurry.
It's got a nice looking game. Good hands. Good thinker out there, but does he have the legs to stay with it this long? The surface looks like he's slowed down. It doesn't look like he's got a lot more left in the tank. That's really, he'd get a second or third win.
That's really why watching Michael Chang can be so remarkable, because he does this for hours.
For years. He keeps doing it. And that's talent. There's very few people that have that type of perseverance and guts to dig that deep. It takes a special kind of person. He's really hurting him with that cross-court forehand right now. He sees the Paes is starting to slow down, and he's going to rub it in. So he's up 6-3, 4-love, lost that 6-4, lost 6-1, down 2-love, 15-40. Looks conceivable he could lose this set 6-1 or 6-love. Which means he would lose 18 of the last 20 or so games. Talk about leaving with a sour taste.
60 minutes. Those were great 60 minutes.
Still hasn't lost his serve yet. 30-40. That looked awful close. He has now.
There it is. 3-love in the fourth. Now, very few players have touched the rarefied air that man lived in. Rod Laver, the Rocket, who's recovering from hip surgery, and we want to wish him the best. He's up watching this match just above our broadcast booth.
No players, as a matter of fact, have smelled the air he smelled. 2 Grand Slams. 62, 69, only Don Budge in 1938 won 1.
And how many would he have won if he had played those years in between?
He doesn't want to get careless here. My idol, Rod Laver, along with, I presume, millions of other tennis kids.
Pete Sampras among them.
Surprisingly careless game from Agassi here, down 15-40. He's shaking his head. He knows that this is a no-no here. He doesn't want to give Paes any hope whatsoever.
Or a chance to get a second win.
Let the crowd get into this thing again.
Fourth ace. Still 1 break point remaining. Oh, big serves.
That didn't take long. Get back to deuce.
Going for a lot there.
That was not a good forehand. It looked like, let's just forget this match. It's over. The old drop shot again. Having fun now. Talking to Brad, Tom Gullickson, the Davis Cup coach down there now. Brad wants to say hello to his son Zach, who's watching. Miss hits going in now for Agassi. I hope my sons, Kevin and Sean, maybe my little daughter Emily are watching. They don't watch a lot of tennis. Bored by these commentators.
They think they talk too much?
Not enough.
Never hear that.
Agassi looking for the bagel in the fourth. Paes hoping to get on the board, salvage some pride here.
Missed by about a good 10 feet or so. It's a tired forehand. fourth double fault. And another chance for Agassi. Go up 5-love.
How do you go from that good to that bad this quickly?
There it is. Andre Agassi, after an early scare, one game away from closing this one out. Andre Agassi trying to put a cap on this one and move through to the third round, serving for the match. That's dominance.
Put his opponent out of his misery now.
Seventh double fault.
Rush that, sir. That's for sure. Not going to matter at this point.
Just long.
He may still get on the board yet. Two passes just a little bit long.
And a couple of break chances.
The crowd not too impressed at this point. Half-hearted attempt there. Doesn't have the luxury of 2 breaks. He has the luxury of 3 breaks here.
Deuce. So Agassi now 2 points away. The legs are just not moving like they were the first set and a half.
Agassi said, thanks for the scare. I appreciate that. Opening up.
A nice hand for Leander Paes. He had the spotlight, but Agassi took it right back. So John, a look at Agassi's portion of the draw.
He's got two different players totally. Moya, Simmerink going on the court about 5. Moya's the clay quarter from Spain. A lot of talent, youngster. Simmerink, the veteran lefty from Holland, the serve volley player. So totally different matchup for Andre there. We're still waiting to see what happens. First tonight, we'll see Mal Washington play Alex O'Brien, perhaps David Wheat in the 3rd round. And we'll see if we'll get to a Washington Agassi 16.
Few autographs. Andre Agassi, he is through to the 3rd round against Leander Paes in 4. Andre Agassi started slow and finished strong. 4 sets, and he is now down with Michael Barkan. Michael?
Okay, Bill, I think many of us were surprised after the first set, perhaps no one more so than yourself. What happened in the first set?
First 2 sets, really. I mean, I didn't feel like I played bad at all. I mean, I pressured a lot of his service games in the first set, and then I thought he played an exceptional game to break me, and I never quite got to, I never got a read on his serve. And, at the right time, I had a couple 15, 30 points. I had a few 30-all points, but never quite got on top of him on his service games, and he just put together some great tennis, I thought. I mean, really, I think you got to give all the credit to him for the first set and a half.
Did you have to make specific adjustments after that first set and into the second set, as you said?
Yeah, I knew that at that stage it was time for me just to step up my game and not let him, really dictate the play. And if I was going to lose, then it was going to be me, say, missing the shots. But I thought he'd just keep the ball in play and work it around, but he was taking chances and coming up with some incredible shots.
The 5th game of the second set seemed you had plenty of break chances, and he had break chances, and you won that game, and that seemed to be the turning point of the match.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think he started kind of going downhill physically or something. He stopped moving pretty as well as he was earlier, and I knew that if I could just break him down, even if he had gotten the first 2 sets, like I said, at 6-3, 4-1, I looked over at my guy that, I'm not going to lose today. I want to win this one, and I'm going to do everything I can to make it happen. And I was just going to fight it out regardless. And it was fortunate to come back and win the second. I think that discouraged him a lot.
13 minutes into this match, there was the point of the tournament, and you guys were going all over the court. It ended up with him diving for a ball, going past you, and then you got up and you slapped 5, and everything was all hugs and kisses at that point. It changed quickly.
Yeah, well, I mean, you only can give it up for a point like that. Really, when that happens, there's no quite loser, and it was early in the match too, so that helps. If that's a crucial point of the match, late in the match, then that'd be a different story, But early in the match, you're just kind of setting the tone for basically the war that's about to happen.
Was this good for you today to be faced with this and come back?
I think it's good to get through it, period. However you get through it, you get through it, and I certainly was tested today and managed to walk out of here a winner, and that certainly helps my confidence and certainly going to help my game.
Moya or Simmerink next? Any preference at all?
I don't know about preference. I mean, Simmerink plays well on the surface. He's just kind of coming forward kind of player, and would expect him to win, but yeah, I guess you never know these days. So I have to just sit back and see what happens there. I'll look forward to whoever shows up on Saturday.
All right, Andre, congratulations. He lives to play another day. Bill, back to you.
All right, Michael, thank you very much. Andre Agassi had to put in a good day's work today against Leander Paes, but he is